It's what's in your wallet.
I'm so old.
I'm going to give it a 1 out of 5 explosive hot dog carts.
Ritualistic blood magic.
Laser shooting chesty statues.
Don't watch movies unless we tell you to. All rise. Movie court trial show is now in session. Honorable Judge Phil Kessel presiding. Stenographer Will Chotis recording.
Oh, that's a terrible job for me.
Bailiff Craig Norland bailiffing.
He gets the cool job.
Yeah. I didn't know if he was going to go with like defense and prosecution.
Yeah, that.
So I was going to do that originally, but then
Okay.
I was like, it'd be funnier to make Will the stenographer because he edits the episodes.
Yeah, but I would be.
And then it'd be double funny on top of that to make Craig the bailiff.
I would be the one going, hold on.
Not because you couldn't be a bailiff, Craig.
Oh, okay.
But because Will is the stenographer, and of those two jobs, the bailiff is the cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
See, I would be a stenographer who kept going, can we stop?
Can you hold off? This is actually a regular typewriter. I don't know. I don't know how to do the fancy one.
I don't know how to do the fancy one. Can we just go back can we go back a bit? The whole thing from the whole time. I've been lost the whole time.
I was in a meeting today at work, and I went through like a full half hour of a presentation, and then a guy. It was me, one of my coworkers, and two people from.
Wow.
Oh, I'm sorry. I have sleep apnea. I'm dying over here.
All right.
So it was me, my coworker, and then two people from this company. There was supposed to be a third one there, but he had a meeting that was sort of overlapping the beginning part. Mm-hmm. And I pretty much finished everything. And then that guy finally gets there and was like, yeah, can we start over? And I was like, oh no. And then I realized he was joking. And it was just a bit. And I was like, I would have started over because obviously I'd start over. You guys are trying to pay us money. But like, I would have been upset about it.
I've had to do it. I've had to do that where we've started in we've done a Teams meeting or whatever. And the CEO isn't there. So we just start talking. And we basically have the whole meeting because there's like nothing else to talk about. Mm-hmm. And then he shows up and we have to run the whole thing back again. And it's just like one of those things where it's like, I used to get annoyed by that kind of stuff. And then I upped my rates and now I don't get annoyed by that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I could see it being not a terrible thing in some
I don't deal with it on a daily basis.
Not dealing with it, but like even if you were dealing with it, it's like, it is at least a chance to like informally go through everything, and then when you formally do it, you can do it.
You get
better.
A dress rehearsal.
Yeah, you get a dress rehearsal. Yeah, exactly. You get a dress rehearsal, and then kind of the real thing, you get to sound way more impressive. Because if you fumbled on anything during the informal thing, it's like, oh yeah, we're just chatting.
Yeah. There's that.
Well,
Unless you were like on fire the first time around, and then
that's
like,
never
I could
me,
never
so.
do that again.
I'm always asking,
on
like,
fire.
I'm always having to like pretend like I'm up to speed because I work for so many different clients and things, and people don't let me know things. Like, and so I'll like be like, yeah. Okay, quick question. What does this company do again?
Yeah.
Like, I'll just be like, yeah, great. Yeah. I love the idea for the video. We got all this stuff down. I've talked to your CEO. I know where your headquarters are. What kind of business is this?
Yeah, you know the on your tire on the air hose thing, the little end cap that goes on the nipple. Mm-hmm. They make those.
You know, I wish that's what one company did. Do you know what I mean? Like, isn't that like such a 90s TV?
Yeah, because now it's probably like some conglomerate that does like that and a million other
things, and they don't care about the little things, so it's like makes them worse.
Yeah, whatever happened to that? We should really make them.
What was that? Make tire caps great again. There we go. Speaking of
things being great again,
Superman is great again.
Superman is out.
Yeah, so we all went and saw Superman.
Wait, let me take it from here.
Okay.
We all went and saw Superman.
Okay.
In the theaters. There's a new one in the theaters. No, I just had like a different vibe and different take on it. You know, it's like,
it was almost the exact same energy and words, but it's fine.
But different. It's because it's in my voice, so it's like it's different, and people like to listen to that as opposed to like they don't really like to listen to you. So like,
That
oh my
actually
gosh,
is a little true.
I don't know if that's true. I don't like to listen to me.
That's different.
Phil, your energy is off the charts right now. What happened?
I don't know, man. I tried using a CPAP machine, and it's kind of I'm going up and down all day. So I don't know. Everything's wrong. Nothing's wrong. Everything's good. Superman was great though. So we went and saw it in theaters. It just came out. This is like the earliest we've seen.
Yeah.
A movie.
I haven't
this
seen
is the earliest I've seen a movie in a while, except for 28 Years Later, which I saw like not opening weekend, but I think the weekend after.
Well, this was
opening weekend.
Yeah, this was opening weekend.
This is like the second day.
The second day it was
There
out.
were not a lot of people in the theater for it being opening. Was it packed?
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't look
Who
around.
am I? Where am I?
I don't know.
The
Where do I
theaters are
think I
so
am
much
right now?
smaller than they used to.
Yeah,
So I was
maybe
going to say,
that's
the
it.
theater doesn't feel packed like it used to because they got those big
they got
chairs.
the big seats and you're further away.
You know what I mean?
It is really, it
and
is
it's
much
harder.
nicer.
It's harder to see if there's like even the people. We were also in front of the aisle, right?
Yeah, that's true. We had like a pretty,
No,
whether we were in
no.
front of an
No,
aisle or
no,
not,
no,
it like,
no.
it,
Still.
I feel like it was a pretty
Yeah.
wide.
Yeah, no.
But anyways, I did see 28 Years Later and just real quick, I saw that twice in theaters, cried both times. That movie's amazing.
Wow.
Love that movie.
Was it better than Superman though?
Superman didn't. Ooh, okay. Well, see, because I was going to say Superman didn't force me
So
into like an emotional state, but it also kind of did.
Yeah,
They both did, and they're both different. They both, I will say, and this is like a classic Danny Boyle, but like the movie's very hopeful, as is Superman.
cool.
Okay.
And I think it's really cool that I got to see both. And so it had me feeling a type of way, you know? Like vibes were there. And
So, if you are listening to this and haven't seen the Superman movie yet, I think I'm going to put down in the show notes somewhere where you can skip to. So if you're like, hey, I don't want to be. I don't want to know anything about it. You can skip to that. We're probably going to be light on spoilers. Maybe if we do go into spoilers, we're going to do another like sort of, hey, just a reminder, if you want to skip, go ahead and skip to, and I'll put the time in the notes so that you can just see it and go where you want to go.
Also, if you just don't want to hear three dorks talk about Superman.
What were you doing listening to this in the first place?
So Craig, how did you feel about the Superman movie?
I loved it.
Yes. Good. Perfect.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear.
I did watch a review ahead of time that was a non-spoiler review by someone I trust.
Yeah. Got to get someone else's opinion in there to help inform your own sometimes.
I got Steve's opinion, so
Yeah.
I guess I did the same thing.
Well, I was wondering why Steve wasn't there. I'm like, Kit's here. Where's Steve at?
He saw it earlier that day.
Oh, okay. And what did Steve say?
Let me get the exact quote, because he was like, he had said he saw it, and I was like, oh, what'd you think about it? And he was like, first he was like, will it color your experience? Which I think is very polite.
Yes.
And then before I said no, he said, I really liked it and it was super fun.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay. But he's always been such a big Superman fan.
I was going to say,
That's
when
what
I think of
he's-
Superman, I
yeah.
think of your brother.
I think it's Steve.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Because he is Superman.
Me too.
Well, you guys were just such like a Christopher Reeves Superman family. Because I don't think that was the most recent one when we were kids. Man of Steel
the
hadn't
Brandon
come out.
Routh one.
Yeah, nobody saw that one though.
I saw that in theaters
Oh, you
on a
did?
date.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, well.
And I was
mean,
super excited
you're the
because there's a
Superman
car at the
family.
end, or there's a scene with a car, and he lifts the car, and the car is a like 1965 Mustang, and I would like pointed it out in the theater, and I don't think anyone cared.
Okay.
Anyways,
sounds
Craig,
about right.
you were saying,
Yeah, so it is definitely, so the review that I was watching, he definitely said that if you are a fan of Superman and like Superman TV shows and comics, like the big comics, you will love this.
Yeah.
Like this is
Yes.
definitely for the fans. If you are just a general audience who really like just knows who Superman is and that's about it, this might be a lot, because there are a lot of genres, like types of Superman, because you have like Silver Age, sci-fi nonsense happening.
okay, I'm going to interrupt you again. Classic
Great.
podcast.
Yep, love it.
Because we did this once for Batman.
Uh-huh.
What is your guys' Superman? I know I feel like we've talked about Superman, and Superman's never been like
No.
one that's on your radar that you like. But like, what is your? So for me, I think Justice League the animated is probably the Superman that I have the most experience with. Although I grew up watching The Adventures of Superman, so I have that as well. We also watched the Dean Cain one, but fuck that guy. But
he's a Trumper.
Yeah.
In case people are wondering why.
Well, Superman's too woke. Okay, D, let's get you back in here. So I think for me that would be the Justice League Superman, which unfortunately is kind of like he's not a bad Superman. He's just like not.
Extremely interesting.
He's not extremely interesting. He has one point in the show where he like does he's like in a press conference and he talks about like how he lives in a world of glass and cardboard. And
that's when he's beating up Darkseid.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, that is a cool. Yeah, that is a cool, interesting thing. Everything else is like,
Craig shared a video, but like basically,
I haven't watched it. I'm sorry.
Basically, in the video, they interviewed some of the writers, and the writers were like, "Yeah, Superman kind of existed to get hurt in the first act to show that this was a big threat." Like I think they used. I think Star Trek people know that as like the Worf problem, where they always had Worf, who was supposed to be this like crazy strong warrior, but like if you like look at his track record, he like loses almost every single fight because they used him to show that the bad guys were really tough.
Yeah. The other video. Sorry, I just sent you guys YouTube videos.
I couldn't get to that one yet.
So this one was about the first 3 episodes of Superman the Animated Series,
which I never got into that one.
Oh, okay,
I don't know why.
We watched so much of that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Maybe it wasn't on at the right time for whatever reason. But I just remember like I remember as a kid thinking Superman was dumb. Like that has been kind of my opinion of Superman. Most of it has been like I just don't like how overpowered he is.
Yeah,
because like he was the one who was like. He was no fun to play pretend with people. Someone just says, I'm like, I'm going to be Batman. They're like, I'm going to be Superman. It's like, oh, okay. Well, you can just do anything. Like, this isn't fun at all.
I guess you do the thing and I'll just sit down over here.
And I'll just sit because I'm not actually as clever as Batman. So I can't like, yeah. Anyways.
So this video talks about the parallels between this and the new Superman movie. Because there are an astonishing amount of similarities between them, which just shows how many different places James Gunn has taken. Influences from a lot of different places. But
it was like he read the, he knew the character, and then made a movie about the character.
And he didn't just like buy the 6 most popular Superman comics and then move on.
So. But I'm not going to have him as that just because I think that's most people our age's answer. I like the newer version of him in My Adventures with Superman.
Yeah, that show's great.
Is that an animated show?
Yeah, it's the one that looks like an anime almost.
Oh, okay.
It's got slightly anime style.
Like Teen Titans level.
Oh, okay. No, I haven't. I don't have any way of watching DC stuff right now. So are they on? What are they on?
Max.
It's on Max.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, well, maybe I do. I think actually, I keep forgetting that I have someone else's login.
I would give that one a watch. I think that one's really good. Anyways,
it's legit really good. It has enough twists on things to keep it interesting. You're not getting the same old story. Jimmy Olsen's a very big part of it. His whole storyline in season 2 is really, really funny.
I have not finished season 2, but I'm loving it so far.
You know what's happening, though. Yeah.
Will Jack Quaid is the voice of Superman.
Yeah.
Really? That's great.
I know you like Jack Quaid, right?
I'm a big fan of Jack Quaid. Yeah. I like
him. The way it's a younger, more inexperienced Superman. So it's very much an early, like having an early Batman.
Yeah, that stuff's fun.
Except he actually talks to people and likes people.
Yeah. So to answer your question, which Superman was my Superman? I think the only one, the one that I came to the Justice League Superman show like later. Like Caitlin and I together rewatched it because I was like, I kind of remember the show being kind of weird, you know, like, but I kind of want to give it another shot for whatever reason because I think we just watched some of the animated Batman. So we watched that and we were both immediately like, this is incredible. This is great. And
it's so good.
It made me like Superman for the first time ever, that I was going like, oh, I should go buy some comic books of Superman and go see what Superman's all about. But before that, my Superman was Smallville Superman.
Okay.
That's Jax as well.
I really liked that show. Because
did you finish it or did you?
I don't think I did. I think I got really close to it. I think the thing that it became kind of unwatchable because like what's the name of that? I can't remember the name of the actor, but like he goes from he's so it takes place in Smallville before Superman becomes Superman. When he's still a teenager, he doesn't get all of his powers right away. He kind of gets them slowly as the series goes on. There's a weird thing where like Lex Luthor is there as well, and he becomes friends with Lex Luthor, which is sort of like strange at first, but kind of makes sense. But the problem is the show goes on for like 10 seasons. So like he goes from being the age of like Superman as a young boy to like the age of actual Superman. He starts to age out of the age to play Superman.
Tom Welling.
Tom Welling.
Yeah, I was trying to get it.
You know, Tom Welling starts to become older than he could, and he's not even they never put the cape on, which just to me is like there was such a fear in the 2000s and 2010s around the Nolan era, like. It was all like sort of the same era as Smallville of the costumes. Do you know what I mean? The brightly colored, like him wearing. He never actually wore the costume. I looked up the final episode because I don't think I got there. Because that's the thing. He goes to Metropolis in the show. He meets Lois Lane. It no longer is in Smallville at all, and he still doesn't become Superman.
Yeah,
he's just running around. He doesn't even fly yet. You know.
I think at one point he is a like vigilante superhero, but he's not Superman.
But he's not
like
Superman.
The Blur is what they call him or something. And
it's like just make him Superman.
Just do it.
Just do it.
The funny thing is, like, I didn't watch Smallville. My brother did, but over the years, I've just sort of learned about how like the last season they were running out of so many, so they just started introducing other DC heroes.
Oh yeah.
And so like they wore costumes.
Yes,
like you have Green Arrow and other people like that.
Yeah, they have their own. Before the CW became the Arrowverse, there was like a Flash that showed up. There was like, I don't know if there was a Beast Boy, but they did a bunch. I think there was definitely an Aquaman that was supposed to be a backdoor pilot into a CW TV show. Aquaman show that everyone was like, nah, too early. Can't.
We're not ready for this.
We're not ready for Aquaman yet. You can't get Superman in a cape. We're definitely not doing Aquaman.
Yeah, we're definitely not going to have Aquaman work.
I mean, I think that was all because the last two Batman movies in the 90s, the Schumacher ones, were so
100%,
campy and so over the top, and they didn't do well in either sense. And so I think it scared a lot of people.
Yes. So back to this current version of Superman that we just saw. It like really, I cannot stop thinking about it.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised you haven't seen it again.
I mean, I just don't have the time to. If I didn't have
kids,
I
had the time, I would probably go see it again, to be honest.
Because one, I love James Gunn. Like when James Gunn came in and did Guardians of the Galaxy, like blew my socks off. I was like, I've never even heard of these guys, and this is the greatest movie I've ever seen. You know what I mean? Like it had it was superheroes, Star Wars, and classic rock. It was like the best thing. Mm-hmm. So I knew he was going to do a good job, or I was going to like it no matter what. But the thing that just like broke my brain is Superman. And how perfect of a Superman this Superman is. And I realized I cannot think of another hero in movies that is male and is not also some sort of anti-hero. Do you know what I mean? Like so many heroes are like, he's this, but he's broken. He's this, but he's mean. He's good, but he's always right, but he's an asshole about it. You know what I mean? Like so much. And for the longest time, I believed in my heart, I realized. And I think other people believe that like you couldn't make a non-broken character like Superman work. Do you know what I mean? Like, you couldn't. That's why the Zack Snyder Superman is so weird, because he's angry, and you're like, "What do you got to be angry about, dude? You forgot to kill you forgot to save your dad, and that killed him. That was kind of your dad's fault. Like, it's fine, you know."
He specifically told you not to.
He told you not to. Yeah. It was weird. That movie's terrible.
It's a really strange scene.
More on that in a minute, I think. But no, it just made me go like, "Oh yeah." Yeah, you can just have a guy who's like, I just want to be nice to people.
Yeah.
And
I just want to be the good guy.
I just want to be the good guy. I want to save as many people as I can. I don't want to hurt anybody. I want, you know what I mean? And I have these powers. I'm going to use them, you know, and morality doesn't have to be this like big giant this and this and this. It can just be like, hey, don't hurt people.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
also you can make mistakes.
Yeah. And you can make mistakes, but also like, and I was like, this is it. This is, because I've been like, when I found out I was going to have boys, I had a panic attack, because I was like, there's going to be no role models for these boys. There's no role models, because every role model I've had turned out to be a sex pest, and is Batman. You know what I mean? Like that's no good. And I'm like, their role model. You know, that it's me. It's all on me to be their role model. You know what I mean? I'm like, and I can't do that. You know? So like now that I've seen the Superman, I'm like, oh God, I hope we keep doing this. Do you know what I mean? Like, let's get this positive sort of vibes out there. Like, you know, like I saw this thing online that was like, masculinity is like, and they just listed all the things that Superman does. You know, like, because the problem is we've for years have been talking about toxic masculinity, and people, you know, we're like shaving away, like, no, this is toxic masculinity. And the next thing I know, I'm like, well, wait, what's the masculinity? I don't know how to say masculinity without adding toxic anymore. You know what I mean?
And I'm like, you talk about. And
I'm like, I'm a man.
When you talk about it in a oh, this isn't toxic, you say non-toxic masculinity. It only seems to exist now as the non-version of
I'm like, that's problematic, because I'm somebody who, for better or for worse, mostly for worse, kind of takes everything personally.
Yeah.
And so I know I'm going to pass off some of that to my kids. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I've, you know, so I'm like, I don't know what does it mean to be like a man? Because every time, yes, exactly,
perfect representation.
That's the other one. It's Aragorn and Superman.
It's Aragorn and Superman.
Yeah, those are like the two.
It's like you got a lot to live up to.
Yeah,
but
it's a very clear direction.
Do you know what I mean? They're there. Yeah. And the other thing I want to talk about this movie is people on the internet's reaction to it. Now, I'm a very on the internet guy. I make videos for people and I read the comments to things, which is sometimes I find can be very fun for me.
Yeah.
Other times makes me want to just explode. But the amount of like Snyder guys, I don't know why they're so, why are they so mad?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's because it doesn't make their movie not exist for this movie to exist.
So I think the problem is that when Superman came out, the Man of Steel rather came out, they liked it. And people who liked Superman were like, I don't like this. This isn't Superman. So they're now saying like, now it's like a weird revenge thing. It's like, well, you didn't like my thing, so I'm not gonna like your thing. You know what I mean? And it's like, everyone said my stuff was bad. I'm like, yeah, because well, you tell me why you liked it. And then they can never tell me why they liked it. It's always like,
big guy punched up.
Like I saw somebody say like nobody feared or respected James Gunn's Superman. And I'm like,
you're not supposed to be afraid of Superman.
Like, he's not supposed to. Why would you be afraid of a hero? You're thinking of a villain.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're
thinking of Lex Luthor.
You're thinking
my
of
guy.
Lex Luthor, my guy. Like, that's what bad guys do. You know what I mean? Like, bad guys.
And also, a lot of people respected him in this movie.
For sure. And a lot of them were probably afraid of him too. You know, it's just.
Lex Luthor was.
Yeah, Lex Luthor definitely was. So I don't know. I just think it's that kind of stuff. It's like, oh man, I just don't understand. Like, why? It's like, and the weird thing is people are like just being so like they're stuck on it. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just the newest thing for fans to just fight over.
But yeah, the other thing is like Fox News is even going on and being like, this Superman is woke. And I was like waiting for the woke moment to happen. And I'm on the side of woke for the most part. And and then the movie was over and I was like, wait, when was the whole woke thing?
Yeah.
When was it? And it was just, I'm like, was it when he was like, hey, be nice to everybody? And I'm like,
was it like, well, okay. He did stop a genocide / ethnic cleansing.
That's true. That's
and
true.
That's super woke these days.
Is it though?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No.
I was about to say, because like,
it's just reactionary bullshit.
Yeah. Like, yeah. It's so like, I was like, I think the only thing is I think Lex Luthor called him an illegal alien or something, you alien or something. And he's like, I'm more human than you. I'm just as human as you.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you keep calling me that.
And it's also like it's people not understanding the character because it is a character created by 2 Jewish immigrants and it's a story about an immigrant. Second, they've mentioned his immigration status since the beginning. That's been like a bit in stories, Superman stories.
There was
from like
episode,
the OG comic. There was an episode of Smallville.
I was going to say, I remember that episode of Smallville.
Even the comic from like early runs of the comic, there was a bit about like his immigration status,
dude,
and like it's always been exactly what we just saw.
Superheroes have always been morality plays, and they're always on the side of being a moral person.
You know what I saw that like
not always, well, often, yeah,
on like a non-toxic flip out moment.
Yeah,
somebody said online, they said, Superman is not a cop, he's a firefighter. And I was like, oh
yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh yeah, he's not a cop. He's
not a cop.
Like he's not the guy. He's not the guy like
people.
He's not arresting people. He's not forcing law on anyone.
He doesn't need permission to put a fire out.
Yeah.
And that's what he did in this movie.
Yeah.
He went and put a fire out.
And I was like, oh, that's such an interesting, because that's something I've been thinking about lately too, is that like on that like scale of masculinity or whatever, is like cops are bad.
Yeah.
That's me. That's me coming at it from my not a fan.
Yeah.
Not a fan of the whole thing in general. I was going to major in criminal justice. I know it's funny to see me now. If I could see me now, but in my head, like we're raised on all these cop shows.
Sure. Oh,
and in cop shows, they fucking hate firemen. They hate them.
Yeah.
They hate them. And now I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure they're the good guys. Like they are unilaterally the like better of the two surfaces.
I remember thinking that like a long time ago about firefighters. I was like, if you really want to like help people, you become a firefighter, because there's no upside to it.
That's yeah, and that's literally what their job is like helping people.
Yeah, there's like that's all they do.
When like cops, there's like so much weird bureaucracy where their job is really not about helping people.
No. And it is rooted in racism.
It's just about putting people in jail at best.
Yeah.
Or like making money off of people at best.
Yeah. It's
so weird. The world is so weird, you guys.
So can we talk about like just the plotting of the movie just a little bit?
Sure.
Just some of the characters. So I think we can all agree that who's the actor?
David Cornsweet.
Yeah, somebody said Corn Sweat, and I'm like Corn Sweat.
Corn Sweat.
That's his name, Corn Sweat.
Yeah, because he's from Smallville.
Yes,
Kansas.
I've seen him in a couple things now. He was in Pearl. He was in Twisters, and it's funny because he's the villain in Twisters, basically.
Why am I not? I barely remember that movie.
Oh, the newer one?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the associate of that's trying to get people to sign.
Oh. Why didn't that
Yeah.
click? I don't even remember.
Because I'd seen it for the first time when they announced it. So I'm like, that's Superman. That's funny.
You know, something
He's such an asshole.
that's like I learned today that the girl who plays Hawk Girl, Dora the Explorer,
Yeah.
in the live action movie,
Oh yeah,
which
okay.
is sort of like, that's a different character for her. Acting, you know,
Yes.
Acting.
it's kind of the whole thing.
They put on a whole new face.
I just think everyone, like, they casted it extremely well.
Such
Nathan
a good
Fillion as
casting.
Guy Garner is
Yeah, that is
so
perfect.
funny.
spot on.
And James Gunn using Guy Gardner of all of the Green Lanterns
Yeah.
is the best.
It's a great one to start with
Yes.
to introduce Green Lanterns into the universe without pulling any real focus
Yeah.
from Superman. It pulls funny focus because he's
Yes.
funny, but it doesn't pull like serious.
Well, it also like
focus.
it gives different archetypes for like these hero characters. You know, the Justice Gang.
yeah.
It's like you have like Guy Gardner, who's like a cop kind of. You know,
Yeah.
and then Mr. Terrific, who's
He's a
like an
cop.
Iron Man. And then Hot Girl, who's more of like, I don't know, I guess you would
She's just a wild card.
She's like
She's-
she's sort of a wild card, yeah.
yeah.
Well, the interesting thing is, and this will be
She's like
for
just
people.
a straight up brawler.
Yeah.
And she's just a fighter, really.
So, this is for people who know DC really well, but Maxwell Lord
Mhm.
shows at the very
Yeah.
end. And what I didn't put together
it's
watching the
Kirk.
movie is that he is the one who runs the Justice Gang. Like, he's there,
Yes.
and he's not a good guy.
Yeah. That's
He
not,
is-
I mean,
I mean,
Guy Gardner's not really a good guy
well,
either.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you look at these characters, it makes sense that these three characters in like this version of them, Guy Gardner being in that team from like being part of a corporate sponsored vigilante team makes perfect sense.
yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's the whole thing. And my other thing that I loved about this is one of my biggest problems, not biggest problems, but one of the big superhero issues is like when you have something like Iron Man, right? Remember when the Marvel universe first started? Now, they didn't plan to do a big universe thing. They kind of threw in Nick Fury as like a joke. And then kind of was like, well, no, wait a minute, maybe we should.
Wait a minute. Everyone was really hyped about
And
this.
this is a pretty fun idea. But like, and then they kind of do a lot of revisionist stuff. So like in the Marvel universe, you're watching Iron Man, and then like in later movies, you know, Iron Man is presumably the first superhero. But then in later movies, you kind of come to find that there were actually more superheroes later. Do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like, wait, when did superheroes start? Because it kind of seemed like it started with Iron Man, if you're watching the movies as they happen. But then you find out so what I liked about this movie is like, no, superheroes are a thing.
Yeah, metahumans have been around for
Metahumans are
thousands of
around,
years.
which is very much how the comics work. Like comics, you can pick up any comic from anywhere, and you don't really need to know a ton about it. But the only thing you do know is that you're going to get a buttload of cameos of characters who pop up all the time. Do you know what I mean? You're going to be like playing it. You're going to be reading it, and someone's going to be like, "We should go talk to Dr. Fate," and he'll be like, "What the hell is that?"
Yes, we
Yeah.
should.
And they'll just go and they'll talk to Dr. Fate, and you'll be like, "Oh, he was just some wise guy." And then like later on, you'll read something else and be like, "Oh, there's another doctor. Dr. Fate's in this one too. Wait, who is this guy?" You know?
Yeah.
And that's I think is what's fun
Yeah.
about comic books is they have all these characters that are like revolving in and coming out, and like the world sort of exists simultaneously but also independently.
It
you know?
it adds a
Well, it's
like an
it's,
element
It's just
of-
like a perpetual Easter egg machine. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And I that to me is like rewarding fandom. I mean, obviously there's a way to be obnoxious about it, you know, where you're just like constantly doing it, and that's like the whole point.
yeah.
But like, you know, having a thing in the background, or like even I was watching when we saw Superman, Metaphesto. What's the Metamorpho? I knew him as like the Element Man or something like that. He had a different name, I thought.
Though
For a
they
while.
called him Element Man in this,
Yeah.
Okay.
But he's in
but
it.
I knew him as
Yeah,
other thing.
yeah, I knew him as
Metamorpho.
Element Man, and but when he showed up, I like grabbed Caitlin. I'm like, it's Element Man. You know, I saw his like purple arm or whatever.
Yeah.
And those moments are like fun because you're like, I know what this guy can do. I'm kind of like ahead of it a little bit. You
Yeah.
know, but then also you're like, oh, he's got a son. I don't remember that about him, but he does in this, you know.
I really. So I guess talking about the rest of the casting, I mean the main
Mhm.
cast, I feel like was just absolutely perfect.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I really like whatever Nicholas Hoult is doing
Yes.
as Lex Luthor. I really enjoyed this take on Lex Luthor, which is just Craig, I think you said it, where it's like it is the Lex Luthor that is like creepily obsessed
Yes.
with Superman.
Yeah.
Like to the point that it's like ruining the rest of his life. And I really enjoy that.
We're all here for it.
We're all here for it.
And they did a good job of making him seem like a legitimate threat. Like he has thought, he has planned.
Yeah.
It's that whole like, Batman could beat Superman if he had time. Well, Lex Luthor had a lot of time, and he fucking did his homework because he was one step ahead.
And
He was close.
And that's the whole. I mean, that's why Lex Luthor is Superman's best enemy. Is because Lex Luthor has no powers, and Superman has all the powers.
Yeah.
And all Lex Luthor wants to be is what Superman is, and all Superman wants to be is what Lex Luthor is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Well, sort of.
So I know what you mean.
Yeah,
Like,
you know. And so like that's why he's like, I don't like somebody said somewhere, they're like, why doesn't Lex Luthor figure out that Superman is Clark Kent? And one of the reasons why in this movie is the hypnoglasses thing. But I also believe that like Lex Luthor could not conceive of someone like Superman even having
to be
an alter ego at all.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, what? He'd probably be like, "What? You just be Superman."
Yeah.
And when you need stuff, just take it. Why would you live a normal life?
I guess in like in the Superman universe, but like, what would it even matter if he knew who Clark Kent was? Like, Superman also already hangs out with all of the Daily Planet people, so it's not like he's gonna get like the only thing would be his parents. But like, I don't think at least this version, it doesn't seem like he wants to.
Yeah.
Hurt Superman in a way that like a standard supervillain would, where like, oh, I'm going to kill your parents to get to you. He feels more like I don't want you to be a symbol of power. I don't want you to exist. I don't want you to be the symbol that you are. I don't really care if you're Clark Kent. I don't care who Clark Kent is. I would rather you be Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Because that's a powerless nobody. I don't like Superman. I don't give a shit about Clark Kent. So I feel like it almost doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
To him, like who Superman's alter ego is.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why. And also like it is interesting because it's the like reintroduction of, for me, because I haven't been in the DC universe in a while, of the idea of the secret identity. Because like in the Marvel universe, that's not really a thing. You know what I mean? The secret identity. The only one who really has one is Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And that's it. You know, everyone else is just
Murdoch.
Yeah.
Oh, Matt Murdock. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. But he
Let's
is
just
barely
keep proving him wrong.
Well, but he's yeah, it's true. But I was thinking more of the
Hulk.
MCU. Does he have one in the
No.
MCU?
No.
Like, no. I'm specifically talking about the universe, and Daredevil is, to be fair, barely in the. You know what I mean?
He's got a leg in the.
Yeah, he's got a leg
now.
in there. But he is, because it's the street level guys. You know, the street level guys who have the secret identities.
They have something to lose.
Because they have something to lose, and they're not super like they can't like live in a bunker somewhere or a high tech facility.
Yeah,
like the rest of them because they don't have funding or whatever.
So we haven't talked about what is probably the most popular character for a lot of people, and that's Crypto.
I was gonna say it's that Lois Lane is wearing pants the whole time and is like an intelligent character. It was great. Anyways,
yes.
I love so much that the through line of this whole movie, everything else is inconsequential, essentially. The whole through line of this movie is Superman wants to get his dog back.
Yeah, that is mostly
it's
what
not even his
John
dog.
Wick the Superman.
Yeah,
it's not even his dog.
Yeah, you know what was really weird, though, is that they changed Crypto's name from a K to a C, and they had a registered trademark after it every time. They had to say registered trademark.
And his collar was just like a B with like lines through it.
Yeah.
I don't like
really
this.
Weird.
Yeah, Superman was like, he had the Fortress of Solitude, but it was just like graphics cards running.
Yeah.
For mining.
Just like mining all the energy from Earth.
Stop. I was in a good mood. I wasn't thinking about any of this
Superman's
stuff.
a crypto bro.
I don't want
I loved Crypto.
that he was a bad dog.
Yeah,
he was a bad dog. Like James Gunn's dog.
Yes. But it just made me feel so much better about having a somewhat bad dog. I was like, Superman can't even do it.
Yeah.
How dare you? She's right there and she's a perfect little angel.
She is
See,
absolutely
Lucy woke up just
not
to
a
be
perfect
like,
little angel.
Listen,
Hey.
I watched her for a whole weekend, and she
Yeah.
was an absolute perfect angel.
Look, she's a very good dog in many ways, but she's also she's not a trained dog. And she was a lot like Crypto when she was younger, in the sense that she would just bite my ankles when I walked past her, because she was like, "We're playing now."
Okay,
and
but did you deserve it?
she never learned as a puppy. Like, she must never gotten, like, because dogs get socialized by their moms when they're like too mean to their siblings. The mom will be like, "Stop doing that." I don't think she. Yeah. Anyways, so I just liked, it's good to have representation. Is all I mean. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
That's what we mean when we talk about representation. Is Will's dog?
know?
Yes.
Yes. I
But-
want more
No, I
dogs like mine.
It was that line that he says, he's like, look, Crypto's not the best dog. I don't even really like him that much, but he's alone and he's probably scared and
Yeah.
I need to do something.
That
Yes.
hit hard.
Yeah.
That hit really hard.
Yeah. Well,
This Superman is so good.
I like-
Yeah. He saved a squirrel.
Yeah, he saved
Yeah.
a squirrel.
I do. And then also, like, later on, he teams up. He sees Mr. Terrific, and he's like, "All right, we got to get Crypto." Then he's like, "You brought your dog, man."
Yeah.
Because he's like, "You brought that dog." It's like, "Yeah, I didn't want to meet my parents' cows."
Yeah. Mr. Terrific is probably my favorite character.
Yes.
Because it is a redemption story for, I forget the actor's name,
Yes.
but he played
Darwin.
Darwin in X-Men, and they had like
Oh.
promised him that they were going to use Darwin in the other movies, and they just killed him off, and like his career just went.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
He was in a Twilight movie.
Oh, that's true. He was.
Yeah.
A lot
he's
of
one of
people are
the-
in those movies.
Yeah, that's
Shocking
true.
number of people
Yeah.
are in those movies.
So, but he is just so, because you need to have that deadpan. Like,
Yeah.
he's probably the funniest person there because he's the straight man,
Yeah.
and everything around him is so either extremely earnest
Yeah.
or goofy.
Well, and I also like him and Superman's like dynamic,
Yeah.
because he's very much like, he is so logical. And like, there's another moment where like when we first meet the Justice Gang and Superman's fighting the kaiju, Mr. Fantastic, or wait, what's his name?
Mr. Terrific.
Mr. Terrific. I was like, this is fantastic. Why is the Fantastic Four is coming out later? Anyways, Mr.
yeah.
Terrific like comes by next to him and is just like, "All right, what's the strategy?" And Superman's like, "Well, I'm trying to like watch the buildings here, and I'm thinking of trying to find a way to capture it so we can study it." And Mr. Terrific's just like, "What?
What the
Okay."
hell's
And
wrong
he
with
just
you?
like flies
And he
away.
just
Kills
just
it.
And then he just kills it because he's like, "What? No, that's not what
Yeah.
we're doing here."
Because you don't necessarily, because everyone thinks, oh, it's a great pairing to have Superman and Batman together because they're so different. Like, you don't need to have a brooding, dark
No,
hero
yeah.
with Superman. You just need someone who is more pragmatic and just like,
yeah.
Yeah.
this is what needs to happen.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like even him talking to Lois Lane, where she's coming
Yeah,
at things from very
exactly.
logical standpoint, a journalistic standpoint, and he's like, "I just was trying to do the right thing. People were gonna die. I tried
Yeah.
to stop that.
I don't care about geopolitical.
I'm not paying attention." She's like, "You were representing the United States," and he's like, "I was
He's
just
like, I'm
doing
not
it.
representing anyone. I'm just.
I'm
Yeah.
just doing it."
It really feels a lot like being a morally decent human being
Yeah.
in the landscape of the internet
Yes,
right
really.
now.
Yeah,
where like
because you
you're
feel
like,
like
I just don't want. Why is this so complicated? I just don't
Yeah.
want people to be dying.
And it
Why
can-
is this so complicated? And people are like,
Yeah.
well, actually,
well,
if
yeah,
you look at
get,
these
like,
statutes, it's
yeah.
like, fuck.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's so many things where it's just like, ugh.
and it doesn't matter if you're doing the right thing.
Someone's
Someone's
gonna
going to
find a-
misconstrue it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I made a post a while ago, like a year ago, that was Happy Memorial Day, and someone was just like, "Don't say happy. It's not a happy holiday, because we're remembering the people who died." And I was just like, "Shut up."
What are we
Yeah.
supposed to say?
I was like,
Somber and respectful Memorial Day to
Just
you, sir.
"Have a nice weekend." Well, whatever. Who
Yeah.
cares? Like, have a nice. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? Like,
Dear sir, please cry.
yeah, it's just yeah. So yeah, so that's what I mean by these like role models of like, no, he is strong though. You know what I mean? Like, he is a strong character in the sense that he knows, like, who he is and what he wants to do, but he still has that like vulnerability to ask the right questions and like try and figure out why. You know what I mean? What's the best route?
Yeah. This nails. So I don't know if you guys saw the Brandon Routh Superman.
Yes. No.
He like does almost nothing. I feel like in that movie until the end when he lifts like a island of kryptonite, and you're like, I'm pretty sure you can't do that. So he just like, I feel like that one doesn't have a lot of good, strong action, and he's kind of. I like Brandon Routh, but I think he's a little bit of a boring Superman.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, the only part people talk about is the plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Man of Steel is like all action, or like a ton of action, a ton of beat 'em ups.
Mind numbing,
and not a lot of like solid like
character
Superman character growth and like goodness.
It is purely a power fantasy of a movie.
This movie gives you, he is physically so strong in this movie. He's like crazy strong in this movie. They give him spots to show off how physically strong Superman is, but then they also give him a ton of spots where he can show like the strength of character that he has, which is such a Superman thing. He's a Boy Scout. He's like he's the guy who's like, well, this giant monster's attacking downtown. I don't want to like, I don't want to kill the monster.
Yeah.
It's just a guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love that they mentioned the intergalactic zoo.
Yeah.
Which again, if you don't watch the shows or read the comics or something, you're just like, okay, whatever. He just mentioned but some people know what that is.
Yeah.
I hate to be this guy.
Yeah.
Oh God, we have a podcast about a different movie.
I'm pretty sure we watched a different movie.
We did.
So we watched My Cousin Vinny, which is a 1992 American comedy film directed by Jonathan Lynn and written by Dale Launer. Possibly.
Okay.
It stars a few people. It stars Joe Pesci, Ralph Macchio, Marissa Tomei, Fred Gwynn, and Mitchell Whitfield. It had an $11 million budget, made $64 million, 119 minutes long. How do you think this movie is sitting on Rotten Tomatoes, Philip?
88.
Okay, and Craig?
89.
Phil's got it, 85.
Oh,
certified fresh,
finally
87.
Won.
So Phil still wins for the audience score. Who picked this movie?
I did.
Craig picked this movie.
Yeah.
Craig, tell me about that.
So I mentioned in the last episode that it's the same director of Clue, Jonathan Lynn. And it was just one of those movies that everyone gets really angry when you say you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So like Tombstone, people were really mad at me at work when I hadn't seen Tombstone.
Yeah.
That one feels less.
It's fine.
In that vein.
It's if you work with a bunch of like older
White
Gen X and boomers, then that's like their movie.
Yeah.
That's all they have. So that and apparently Blazing Saddles. One of my coworkers is obsessed with Blazing Saddles. You can't make that these days.
Sure you can.
So
I mean, you can't make it because
it's already been made.
I was going to say it's already there. Why would you make it again? Well, okay. They do a lot of that actually.
But yeah, it's always been a movie that I've wanted to see and I just never got around to it. And I've been picking movies that I haven't seen this year. So, that's really the only reason. I like Joe Pesci.
Bosh.
So who had seen this before?
I had seen this, but it had been quite a while. Had you seen this, Will?
I feel like I had.
Okay, let me backtrack.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this.
Yeah. It's one of those movies, right?
It's like I know that my mom loves this movie, and I had to have seen this movie.
To me, it's one of those movies. It's like before we watched it, I was like, I don't think I've seen it. I know I've seen plenty of clips of it, but as we were watching it, I was like, nothing is new. I have seen all of this before. So either I have seen the movie before, or I have somehow seen clips from every single section of the movie somehow pieced together over the years. But like, because none of it was me going like, huh, I didn't know this happened. It was all like, yeah, I know all of these plot
I
points.
knew about this.
See, that's the funny thing is it's one of those rare popular movies that I didn't get any, like I didn't know at all what was happening. Like I didn't know.
You hadn't seen the Marissa Tomei scene with the engine thing? Oh.
No, I hadn't. I didn't even know what the actual reason that they were in court for.
Oh, wow.
No idea.
Oh.
Yeah, I somehow knew all of it. And I was like, I'm pretty sure I've never sat down and watched this movie before. But yeah, so basically, this movie tells the story of two young boys who get in a case of mistaken identity, get arrested for murdering a shop clerk. They think they're being arrested for shoplifting because Ralph Macchio's character accidentally stole a can of tuna. And so they then hire their Ralph Macchio's cousin, who is a lawyer, to help defend them in court because he's Italian. You gotta go for family first, I guess. Yeah. And then they basically discover that my cousin Vinny, who's played by Joe Pesci, is a lawyer, but he's only been a lawyer for like 6 months, and he's never done a court case before ever.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of like, it's a lot of very 90s like fish out of water things where it's like these New Yorkers in this small town in Alabama don't know how, you know what I mean? Like, where do I get a good hamburger? I don't know.
I remember that scene.
No,
it was so weird because he was in court when he said that. He said it straight to the judge.
Yeah, and he's very Italian, so he's disrespectful, and the white Southern judge is like, you will not do this in my court. A lot of that jokey kind of stuff happening.
Here's the thing, though. I didn't expect it out of this movie. Like, I knew people liked it, but I figured that it was going to age pretty poorly. Yeah. But here's the thing. Like, the director is a lawyer, and so he knew, like, for the most part, everything is very much by the books.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
That is the one thing I have heard about this movie, is that it is one that they, like, show to lawyers to kind of give them an idea of like what it's like to try a case, and like they'll be like, this is like, because I think it, for the most part, it shows a side of being a lawyer that you're not really used to, because you're never, I don't think you ever really see, and this was before like Law and Order was everywhere, but like you don't see like the defendants talking, like the defendant lawyer talking to the judge in the judge's chambers. Do you know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And like having a judge who doesn't necessarily like the lawyer he's dealing with and that sort of thing.
But the interesting thing is, I think it would have been easy, especially in the early 90s, to make this not even, because it's definitely a fish out of water story.
Yes, it could be way more jokey.
It could be jokey in a way that is mean to everyone down there. And
sure.
Honestly, I don't think there's really any sort of lines that are like, man, these people are stupid.
Yeah. It's not.
Yeah, they don't do the like, these Southerners are dumb. It's like,
idiots.
Wow, these New Yorkers don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. And like he runs a tight ship. Like it's very much, and honestly, like, the situation for them getting arrested and taken into police custody and like the questioning is all kind of a little far-fetched.
Well, the thing is the reason why it even goes to trial in the first place. I think if you watch the movie with it should have never gone to trial in the first place.
Yeah.
But because Vinny doesn't know what he's doing, like it ended up going to trial because you're supposed to, like, when you first talk to the judge, like him showing up and talking to the judge, the prosecutor said a bunch of stuff, and then the judge is like, do you have anything to say, my cousin Vinny? I don't remember what his name was, and other than Vinny, and Vinny's like, I don't know, and he didn't know he was supposed to. Do you know what I mean? So like, there's like a lot of like, and it's not because it's not, the problem isn't that the court is so backwater. You know what I mean?
That he didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, was the problem is that Vinny is the one who doesn't know what he's doing, because never sat. And that's the thing that I also think is interesting is he's not dumb. He's just inexperienced.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like he is smart.
Yeah.
He takes it pretty seriously from the beginning. Like most nights he stays up reading the book and trying to figure out.
And he can't sleep.
And he can't sleep or anything like that. So like he's not like, they're not even like taking a dig at him necessarily. Because he doesn't seem like he's dumb. He's just like, he just yes-anded himself into a situation where he's like, you know, and I've been there before where I've said, you know, they kind of say that to you when you're doing like freelance work or whatever. He's like, you just kind of say yes to something and figure it out later. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, Vinny, are you a lawyer?
Sure. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Technically.
And like I've done that before too. There were people be like, "Yeah, can we do a live stream?" I'm like, "Yeah, we can." And then I'm immediately like calling up all my friends, like, "Hey, have you guys ever done a live stream before? Like, how do you do this? Hey, can I hire you to do it for me?" And I just won't do it.
The other thing I was really impressed with is the script is so tight.
Yes, it's very good.
There is
script.
nothing wasted.
Yeah.
Every single little line is like it pays off.
Yes.
Like there are so many Chekhov's guns.
Yes,
like
that
the
comeback
mud,
ladder. Yeah.
The grits.
Yes.
You know, her being an expert on cars. Like everything comes back.
Even her taking pictures.
Even her taking pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Hey, the plot.
Hey.
yeah.
She solved it. A hot lady taking pictures helped solve the plot.
Whoa.
Where else did we see that?
And I don't remember.
Oh, I can't say.
Oh, okay.
Because we're out of.
Oh, we're out of the thing.
Oh yeah.
Fuck. Cut it.
But Marissa Tomei, she's really great. She's really pretty.
Yeah.
Craig got so nervous just then.
Yeah. I'm like, what can I say?
Oh my gosh, am I allowed to say this?
Yes, she's very pretty. She is a little. She's too young for Joe Pesci in this movie.
Oh, he's
yeah.
49 and she's 27.
Yeah, that made me young. That's 20. That's
pretty
quite the
weird.
gap. That's quite the gap.
That's
I think he's
weird.
supposed to be playing younger, and she may be supposed to be playing older, because it sounds like they've been like together for like a long time. Because if that's true and she's 20, then that's not great.
I really like that. She is, yes, a hot character,
Yes.
but she is also
Smart.
one like pivotal to the investigation.
Yes.
But she's smart. She also like genuinely cares for
she's also-
Vinny
she's-
and like is constantly wanting to push him to do better.
Yeah, she's naggy, like, but she's not okay. Like, you know how like usually in movies like this where you have a conflict between the male character and the female, like, you know, love interest when they've been together for a long time, they have a tendency to have her be like really like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Blah 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 blah. And she is that type of character because, you know, it's a very New York way for them. But what she's saying is actually like smart things that she's saying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like when she's being critical of him, it
They're
doesn't
legitimate criticisms.
like it doesn't feel, and one of the few times where she is sort of being like kind of what's the word, like sort of unreasonable and her getting annoyed with
biological clock thing.
Yeah, she suddenly starts going on about her biological clock and them getting married, and it's like the day before his big trial, and he's just like, hey, maybe now is not the time to have this conversation. Maybe this isn't what I need right now. And she's like, yeah, maybe it was a bad time to bring it up. And so she just walks away, you know, which I like.
I like that because she's like recognizes that.
Maybe now's not right the time.
Yeah.
She's not just the comic relief. She is extremely pivotal.
And as far as like relationships in film goes, like they're both trying to move forward together. It's not just like one of them and the other one's hitching their arm to. You know, it's not just like Vinny's going to be a trial lawyer and like she's like, oh yeah, cool, I'm just going to marry you because you're a trial. Like they're both like, she is like pushing him because she wants him to win this case because after he wins this case, they get married.
Yeah.
She wants that. He wants that. They both want that. He does a little bit of the like of that era like man stuff where it's like, nah, I don't want to married, whatever. Like I feel like he does a little bit of that, but it's also very clear that he wants that. And I think that's really cool to see, especially in like, this is an era of movies. I feel like you kind of just got a lot of like sitcom husbands of like,
yeah,
I'll marry you, whatever, broad.
Yeah, I don't
'Cause
want to
it's
get
the
married
50s
because
for
I don't
some
want to
reason.
I don't want to be tied down or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, we never really learn why they are not married. Do you know what I mean? I think that also helps.
I
Yeah.
think he's just so busy. Like he keeps talking about how he's working at her dad's garage.
All
and
the
and he's-
time, and then he's doing night school or whatever.
Night school.
Schools.
That's why I think he's supposed to be playing a little bit younger than what he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like it's not like he's been stringing her along for 20 years like Uncle Buck has with his girlfriend or
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, I would hope not, 'cause she would have been
Yeah.
like seven.
Yes. Well, and I also think she's supposed to be playing a little bit older
Yeah.
as well. But anyways,
It feels like a real
yeah.
version of this
Yeah,
relationship.
because it seems, but also there is that gap of like, well, we don't know why they're, because it's not like he like at one point is like, I don't want to marry her because I just don't want to get married and I don't believe in marriage and blah blah blah. To me, I was able to fill in gaps where I was like, oh yeah, I know that feeling. I know that feeling of like, I'm not ready to be married, because Caitlin and I dated for quite a long time before we got married, and I had that.
Yeah,
for
me and
better or
Jack
for worse.
too.
Okay. And for better or for worse, I had that like, the man provides. I should be providing for when I have my wife. I should, it was in the back of the brain, and like I didn't have like a steady good job when for a long time, and so I was like, we can't get married because I'm a loser. You can't marry me. I'm a loser. You know what I mean? And so like I was like, I filled in that gap for the character.
Yeah.
I don't know if that
That
was
feels-
really his reasoning, but like.
That fits.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Anyways. But yeah, no, it's just, I mean, all around, like, it made me realize watching this, like, I sometimes get a little fatigued when people go, like, they don't make movies like they used to anymore. And I'm like, I just sort of was like, oh, okay, Grandpa. I get kind of tired of that kind of talk.
Yeah.
But I do sort of go, like, oh, yeah, they don't make movies like this. They don't make, like, a one-off sort of, like, comedy sort of drama thing that just, like I'm actually found myself going like, I'm surprised that there hasn't been a My Cousin Vinny TV show.
Yeah.
And by
Yeah.
that, I mean,
There
I
was-
just haven't looked it up. I'm sure there was.
There was going to be a sequel,
Oh,
Yeah.
I
I
believe,
read
and then
about
it didn't happen.
I don't know
why.
what the sequel could be. My Cousin Vinny does his second trial, and it.
I think it was supposed to be like them doing another case, and like she has a big investigative portion of the,
Yeah.
and like
Yeah.
he's running the. So it's like, I don't know. I'm sure if they got them both back, it would have been fine.
Yeah.
But like, that's one of those ones where it's like, does it? I'm glad it didn't happen.
so
'Cause,
I-
like, does it feel like it's gonna taint
So
backwards?
yeah, I think my thought right now though is like, I don't have any problem with like the way movies evolving, where the sense you go to the movies you only go to the movies to watch these big blockbuster movies, which is the only time I go to the movies.
Yeah.
Or you go to the Oscar-y type movies in the movie theaters, the real cinema films. But it's like
Cinema.
so you don't go to see movies like My Cousin Vinny, but my question is like, where did those movies go? You know what I mean? I have no problem with people like
Tubi.
not going to the theater. Well, it's on Tubi now, but I just meant like do you know what I mean though? Like
Yeah.
these sort of like competent, middle of the road, low stakes sort of like drama comedy type things. Like I think they're just
Movies for adults.
yeah, movies for adults, but they're just like, where are they now? You know what I mean? Did they get rolled into television, or are they just not making them anymore because there's no market for it?
Yep.
And if that's true, then that's actually something to complain about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like I'm
And
so tired of like super rich people going like, like, oh, the only thing they got is Marvel. It's just shut up about Marvel. Just shut up about it.
Also, if you're a
Yeah.
rich person, just finance another movie.
Just make a better one or whatever. Like,
Just pay somebody. You
Yeah.
have money. Just pay
I-
somebody to do
like,
it.
Or just like really,
I mean, if you look at all the movies that have done really well this year, it's really been The Usual Suspects and then Sinners.
I think The Usual Suspects
Yeah, that
came
out
out
a long
time
time
ago.
ago.
okay.
My God, Sinners was so.
That movie was
2025
great.
has been great for
Yeah.
movies for my tastes.
Yeah, I think, was last year a good movie? Or I think last year was fine. I think the year before was good. It doesn't
I don't
matter.
remember anything before like
I don't-
March.
I'm like, that either happened yesterday, a month ago, or 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Last year was The Substance. That was my
Okay.
Oh yeah, that
my
was a good
favorite.
one. That was a
And
good
then
one.
Hundreds of Beavers,
Hundreds
which
of Beavers?
technically didn't come out last year, but that's when it was widely available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alien Romulus was good.
Okay, that's good.
I don't
Okay,
know.
so we had
why,
some
why
good
did we even
ones.
talk? We should have just let him.
Yeah,
Why
sorry.
did we
I
speculate
knew
like
he'd
dummies?
come in with the real answers. He always knows those things.
So yeah, I don't. But every single time, like Ridley Scott comes out with a new movie, it always does poorly, and it's just because no one is watching the 3-hour historical epics anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, also, he did like a Napoleon one, right?
Yeah, that's what
Wasn't
I'm
that-
saying.
Wasn't
Napoleon.
that one not good though?
I don't know because you can't watch it
Well,
anywhere.
that's the thing.
I had,
Like,
I had a friend in Colorado who saw it, and he's like a history buff, and he was like, he was like live texting us, and he was like, I fucking hate this movie.
Oh,
And I
yeah,
was
well,
like,
because it's
oh,
not historically
okay.
accurate.
probably
It's
not.
more. Well, no, exactly. That is what goes in the movie theaters these days. Is like big budget or like weird auteur, like passion projects by like
like Megalopolis.
out of touch boomers and stuff.
Mad God.
Well, even like freaking Wes Anderson. You know what I mean? Like he's still
Yeah.
doing his weird whatever he's doing. He's still making them, but like there's no like working man move, like working. Like people who are just like working in Hollywood.
There's no movie for the working man.
Well, and then
There
like,
is a movie literally titled A Working Man.
Yeah.
No, I just mean like there's no like just like I feel like when we do research on movies, it'll be like, oh, this movie was directed by Fred Richards, and you're like, who's that guy? He did this and nothing else
Yeah.
because he normally works in the sound department, and you're like, what's he doing here?
How did you do that?
What's he doing?
You know, and I don't feel like you hear that anymore. Like, you know,
where- Go for it, Craig.
Oh, just like, yeah, I mean, horror movies always do well.
yeah,
Like, it's pretty
Yeah.
rare. And the reason Megan 2 did not do well is because
because it wasn't horror.
it
They
was not
switched
horror.
genre,
They
right?
switched genres. And I
That's
love the
so
quote.
weird.
I love the quote from Kevin Blum, where he's like, or I think that's his name, but it's Blumhouse Pictures. He's like, we thought Megan was like Superman, where you could do anything with, like, you could change genres, you could do a completely different story, make her into a hero, and it just didn't work. I'm like, no shit. Like, anyone could have told you
What is
that.
the new genre? Like, what did they do?
Action.
It's an action movie.
Yeah, they turned her into like
Yeah.
an action. They were trying to do Terminator 2.
Yeah.
It feels like where
Uh-huh.
she's the hero. But what you need to do is you need to find a villain that's then cooler than Megan. And I don't think they did that
No,
because the
just
T-1000 or whatever the metal
Yeah,
guy,
is
liquid metal guy
awesome.
is like awesome and also still terrifying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's like that relentless. It still has the same like
What's that actor's name? I always forget it.
Robert Patrick.
Robert Patrick.
never knew it.
Rad.
But because he was on X-Files. But yeah, all the genre movies are able to, because if they keep their budgets low. Now the sci-fi doesn't always do that because they rely on special effects
yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
But yeah, just those legal dramas. Again, I think a lot of that focus has shifted to television.
Well,
Yeah.
like and it becomes like this serialized, long running sort of. I'm talking like the short form, like
Yeah.
like because if My Cousin Vinny wouldn't work as a TV show because at a certain point you're like, what's wrong with Vinny? Like, why is he still bad at this?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're almost looking for, because I feel like it did transfer to TV, but it like dissolved into TV.
Yeah, and now
and
like
is not a
prestige
whole anymore.
Now prestige TV has become just like long form movies.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
TV used to be short form, and now it's actually longer than movie form because everything is like this long.
Huh.
It's like 100 hours of
Yeah.
one straight story as opposed to just being like
Because you like, you can just jump into Chips or Cheers
or any of those old stuff.
Golden
yeah.
Girls. You didn't need to know the whole story.
Yeah. Oh, and even like X-Files to some extent, where like you have a long, like overarching theme, but
You have Monster of the Week
Monster of the
episodes,
Week, tons of mostly Monster of the Week episodes, at least
which
for the
I
first
like a lot
season
better.
too. Which I love a Monster of the Week
Yeah.
style of thing. so much.
Yes.
And that's and like crime dramas and trial shows do that. They just don't always have like a super compelling.
Well, but that is the thing. They do they.
You said do.
I said do. They do that, and they're the only ones who still do that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, here's the problem we have for this episode.
That and like kids
over.
Cartoons.
Yeah, that and
or
kids
like
cartoons.
Kids
Yeah. But like that's I got a text there, so I apologize if you guys were talking about it, but The Witcher was like that. Where like season 1 was all Monster of the Week stuff.
Yeah, and it was awesome.
I really liked it. And then season 2 happened, and it was a lot more of like this big overarching. I'm like, I don't really care.
It was
about
like
this.
And
it's
then
like
season 3 was
but
all politics. I'm like, I actually hate this.
Yeah,
like I don't want to watch this
I
anymore.
didn't see
and
season
then
3.
now we get a season 4 coming with a completely different Witcher, and it's like,
Who
why
cares?
would I bother?
Yeah.
Why
Nobody
would I bother? Because maybe they'll show really cool monsters. Because I love Eastern European folklore monsters. Yeah, I'll probably still watch it.
Because that's the
But
thing that I think
love
everything is somehow becoming the same thing, where it's just like it's all just the drama of like
It's the flattening of culture.
yeah. It's also like every show is, and it's like no. What I liked about Witcher was, and what I like about the show, playing the game Witcher, is fighting the monsters. Do you know what I mean? So like make the show where he goes into a town and they're like, we're all horrible and gross, but save us from the thing. And he goes, and I'm Batman, but in
I don't want to hear
times.
about these countries.
I don't care about global issues.
What would
stuff.
be great is if they could take that and take tiny pieces of it and sprinkle it throughout.
Yeah.
So that you're mostly getting awesome monsters. And then you're 2, maybe 3 seasons in and you realize, oh my gosh, I know a lot about the geopolitical state of this land. And then season 4 is like, well, actually, there's no season 4. We got canceled and we're just going to do a movie. And then you watch the movie and you're like, dang, this tied everything together.
Yeah. Well, they're trying to be.
What was that?
I don't know.
Well, they're just trying to be Game of Thrones. That's all it was.
But it's like, it should be something.
Yeah,
it's trying to be Game of Thrones. And it's like, if you're going to do another
It's not that
sociological
interesting.
story about like a mass like group, do Mass Effect.
Sure.
That's the one. I watched a whole like 30-minute YouTube video on why that needs to be the next sociological storytelling TV show.
Or
and I
just
was
make a new
already
thing.
convinced.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or make a new thing. But
I
Mass Effect has enough in the universe where like you could
true.
make almost an entirely new.
So I'm a big fan of expanding a universe and being like, hey, well, let's do Mass Effect, but we're not going to redo Shepard's story. We're going to tell the story of somebody else far away and doing
Greg
something
Mass
else.
Effect, the guy who invented the Mass Effect.
But what I don't like and is sort of the retelling of the same thing, having the same characters. You know what I mean? Like over and over and over again.
Yeah.
But especially for video games.
Yeah.
Especially for video games, because they always miss what makes the video game fun, which is the gameplay, which you can't do in a movie. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like Witcher the game was fun because I got to be the Witcher.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm watching
first season of Witcher the show was fun because I got to watch the Witcher Witch.
Yeah, I got to watch. Yes, and then the second season, they're like, "There's the chosen one is here." Oh, we touched hands again.
Who is the Witcher?
Yeah, which is the Witcher? Craig and I just touched hands.
Yeah.
It's really
you had to
cute.
say it twice.
Yeah, well, I want to make sure people heard it.
Yeah.
But
we did. Again, we watched a movie.
Yeah, we really have to get back.
Oh my gosh.
And come to the rating of
My Cousin Vinny. Listen,
My Cousin Vinny.
This movie was great. I really enjoyed it. Whether I had seen it or not before, I'm glad to have seen it with you guys.
I think the only I was thinking about it while we were talking about like 5 other things, but I think the only plot that doesn't really that could have been deleted was his fight with that bar patron.
No, do not take that out.
I'm just saying,
so dumb.
it wasn't necessary to the plot, but it was funny.
It was so funny because he wanted to fight so bad.
Yeah.
But he also like didn't want to fight.
At the moment that he was like, okay, I'm ready, he's like, okay, wham!
Yeah.
He like flies at him. It's amazing.
It's so good.
Yeah. But also, Fred Gwynne, who, if people don't know, played Herman Munster on The Munsters. This was his last movie. Some other people might have seen him in like Pet Sematary. But he's great as the judge.
Yes.
And again, for the most part, he's very fair Like, you don't feel it's like he's out to get Vinny. He's just pissed that he's making a mockery out of his
you know
courtroom.
you know what I did like that we really didn't mention. Nobody is like it's a. We talked about how like the initial arrest was like kind of silly, where like it really shouldn't have happened, but it also there was some like
they didn't explain why they were there or anything,
bits or whatever. Like, but the one thing I really liked is that it wasn't a story of like a corrupt like judge or corrupt official.
Like the police officer helps him in the end.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we think these kids did it, so I'm gonna trial the hell out of this trial and try and get the jury to convict
and
him.
Even
and it's
the
like,
other lawyer,
that's
you're
his
like,
job.
Oh, he's just doing his job. He's not evil. He's just
he's
like
not a bad guy, other than like he, is a cog in the machine, and the machine is bad, and we rage against it. But like,
but he wasn't. It wasn't. The story wasn't about. Oh man, he gave me like he's trying to surprise me with these things. Like he's warned him. He gave him all the files like he's supposed to. Like
he did
he's
all
doing
the things
everything
he was
by the
supposed
book.
to. Yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is just like an interesting trial story, and Joe Pesci being funny.
Yeah.
All right, so if we were to give this maybe a numerical value,
I'm gonna do mine first, just so you guys can't do it.
You son of a bitch.
5 out of 5 Utes.
God damn it.
Which apparently was
2 Utes.
an actual conversation the director had with Joe Pesci, because he's from the director's from England.
Oh.
And so he was not used to the Brooklyn accent. And so he's like, wait, what did you say? Utes.
Utes. And he's trying to say youths, but he's got such a Brooklyn accent.
Would you? Sorry, I was so blindsided by what number did you give it? 5?
Yeah, 5.
5 out of 5. Okay, yeah,
for sure. This is a great movie. I didn't expect it to be as tight in the script as it was, and I thought it was going to age very poorly.
Same, because I couldn't really remember. Like, I remembered a lot of the bits,
and
a lot of the scenes. But I was like, the glue in between them, I feel like is going to have aged, or it's going to be like, this is too many bits. This is too silly, and I don't like this as much as I thought I was going to like it on rewatching it as an adult. Nope, don't feel that way. It was a 5 out of 5. I don't know, 5 out of 5
weird suits that he has to get for
5 out of 5. I really related to Joe Pesci with the not sleeping thing.
Oh yeah, that's really funny.
I was watching and I was just like, oh man, I get it. You're yelling at people. You're
the other
mad.
lawyer's letting him stay at the hunting cabin, and that was he was actually being nice.
It was a really nice thing to do.
Just has to be a screech owl there.
Yeah,
comes out blazing.
I'm going to give this movie, I'm hand-holding club here, but 5. I fit in better than you. I'm wearing cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Out of 5.
And if we have to give Superman a rating, it's all 5 out of 5.
6 out of 5.
Yeah, 10 out of 10 out of 5.
10 out of 5.
Hundreds out of billions.
Yeah.
It's one of the. I don't know if I liked. We already talked about this. I don't know if I liked 28 Years Later or Superman better. Both for different reasons. I cried so hard at 28 Years Later, both times, which seems crazy to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I love superheroes. They're my favorite thing. So how's it
going to get better the rest of 2025 for you?
But I think I'm excited about Fantastic Four.
I'm not.
But yeah, I know a lot of people aren't.
I really want to be. I just wish they weren't doing another origin story with Galactus and Silver Surfer, because we've done both of those.
Well, Galactus and Silver Surfer weren't in the origin story movie.
But we've done Galactus and Silver Surfer. I keep trying to say Soul Surfer, and that is not the right movie.
I like that they're like, so I like that they're saying they're taking the Fantastic Four and they're putting them in their own little pocket universe.
I love that.
Yeah.
So wait, is this not like the actual universe?
Well, I mean,
where Marvel's happening?
They've introduced the multiverse, so it is, but it's an alternate universe where they're the main superheroes.
Okay,
you know what I mean? And I thought about that a while back. I'm like, if they do Fantastic Four, it's weird because Fantastic Four is technically the first Marvel family.
Yeah,
and
again, it's how do they like? Oh, by the way, they've been here.
They've been here the whole time. It's like, and all the stories they've just ignored the fact that Reed Richards is like sort of a part of all of the other problems that they're making.
Yeah.
Anyways, but so I like that idea, and I was like, they have to do something like that in order for it to work. So I'm excited for it, and I like that it's also not an origin story where they've been established for a while.
Oh, I thought it was an origin story.
Okay.
I mean, I think they're telling maybe the origin story, but like it's like later on, like Sue Storm and like Reed Richards are together and married and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I'll see.
Yeah.
I'm less future disappointed.
Yeah, and they'll probably
There's
make
a word.
Galacticus like a dude standing in outer space.
I'm more okay with that.
And I'm excited.
They made Silver Surfer a girl.
She's a girl in the comic book sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not. That was a joke from me. I'm not.
Anyways,
All right.
I didn't know I'd get
this
you
episode is
immediately.
probably
episode's the longest episode that's ever existed.
That can't be
so
true.
What are we
thank
watching
you.
next?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so let me pull this up. This
Come on, Phil,
took me a
please, for
bit.
the love of God.
What?
Just pick something normal.
I'm probably not going to do that.
I know.
Yeah, this was made by the Sears Movie Company.
Yeah.
It's the cinematographer. It's Peter Deming.
Okay.
Okay.
And he
Of
is
the Superman movie? Oh no, sorry.
best known for his works in horror and comedy films.
Okay.
And so we are watching Drag Me to Hell.
Oh, okay.
I haven't
You've redeemed
seen that.
yourself.
See? This is one that I wanted to see for
This
the
is a
longest
Sam
time.
Raimi movie.
It's
Yeah.
Sam Raimi, and I'm really excited.
So have you seen it?
I have not. I wanted to see
Neither of
it.
you have seen this.
No.
Oh man.
Yeah.
We're in for it. This is going to be fun.
I'm excited. I
This
wanted
is
to
like
see this since it came out. I
Capital
just never.
G genre.
Yeah.
Yes. Love it.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Okay.
Yep. Thank you for liking and subscribing to the podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. If you want to share your opinions on Superman in general,
Who's your Superman?
who is your
Who's
Superman?
your
Who's your Superman?
Who's your Superman?
Text us
Who's
at
your- what's your-
555-5555.
What's your favorite song
Five.
about Superman? Because there is so many for some reason.
It's Remy Zero,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
the theme
that's,
song to Smallville.
yeah.
Obviously.
If I go crazy, where are you still call
yeah,
me
that could be that one,
too. So many anime music videos to that song.
Oh,
Remember
God.
downloading them off of Kaza.
Oh, it's for me. It's the it's a Limp Bizkit song. Is the one I remember the most.
'Cause I'm one step closer to the edge, and I'm about to break.
Linkin Park.
That's Linkin
Linkin
Park.
Park. Yeah.
that's right.
No, Linkin Park, not Limp Bizkit. I remember one with Limp Bizkit, but
Yeah.
most of them were Linkin Park.
Yeah. What a fun time.
Yeah.
If you like, no, this episode was brought to you by, I almost said your thing. Or maybe yours? I don't know. So this episode was brought to you by, I didn't pull somebody up, so I'm just going to, it's brought to you by Superman. James Gunn gave us this one today.
Wow.
Thanks, James.
Thanks, James. If you want to hear your name shouted out and help support us, consider becoming a patron at patreon.com/mumbleandshrug.
If you like what you heard, consider leaving a review on any of our platforms or sending us a text message at 555-555-5555.
God damn it.
That's all for this episode. I'm Phil Kessel.
I'm Will Chodas.
And I'm your bailiff. You may now be seated.
Doink doink.
Oh,
Can you put a
I'm
gavel
Craig
sound
Northern.
in?
So from the top, please. I didn't get any of this.
Can you put a gavel sound in?
Yeah.
Yes.
Gonk. Gonk. I want it to sound more like that, though.
Yeah.
Gonk.
Yeah, gonk.
Yeah, that'll work. We'll just do that.
It's the doink doink.
The doink doink. Boom boom. Like that.
Yeah. Just steal the Law and Order doink doink.
And scene.
Brought to you by Mumble and Shrug Productions.